Theme: the search for meaning. What is theme? Theme is a life lesson, meaning, moral, or message about life or human nature that is communicated by a literary work. So, in other words, theme is what the story teaches readers. A theme is not a word, it is a sentence. You don't have to agree with the theme to identify it. For example, money can't buy happiness is a theme. So is don't judge people based on the surface. Or it is better to die free than live under tyranny. Those are all examples of a theme. What is the theme? Jenny Putchover was so excited. She had a pack of Starburst in her lunch, and she had been looking forward to eating them all morning. Lunch finally came, and Jenny sat down to eat her Starburst when her friend, Yeti, sat next to her. "Let me get the pink ones," asked Yeti. Jenny liked the pink ones best, but she thought Yeti was funny, and Jenny wanted Yeti to like her. So Jenny gave Yeti all of her pink Starbursts. Before Jenny was done giving Yeti the pink ones, Carrie sat on the other side of Jenny. "Let me get the red, and the orange ones, Jenny. Remember when I gave you the Snickers?" Jenny didn't remember that, though she did remember when Carrie ate a whole Snickers in front of her, but Jenny thought that Carrie was cool, so she gave her the red and the orange Starbursts. Now that she only had the yellow ones, Jenny wasn't so excited about eating Starbursts anymore. So some examples. A theme for that story might be that you can't buy friends, or that you have to take care of yourself, or not everybody is your friend. So now let's talk about how to identify themes. Themes are not explicit, which means clearly stated. They are implied. Themes are bigger than the story, meaning that it has a bigger meaning outside of the story in life. So we have this world that's small, the small world of the story, but a theme is a big world of the theme. So meaning that it applies to the real world. Themes are about the big picture. Not yellow starburst tastes bad. Not Yeti and Carrie are bad friends. Think bigger. Find real world advice. So to review, theme is what we can learn from a story. Themes must be inferred, meaning that you need to figure it out based on clues within the text. And themes are about the big world, so real world problems that we can learn from. So practice. We'll read each story. You're going to write what you think the theme is. Write another sentence explaining what happens in the story that leads you to believe this. So 3 is going to explain your answer for 2. How does the small world of the story connect to the big world theme? Once there was a mean little boy who lived in a small village. This mean little boy loved to mess with people, so one day he ran up to a sheep herder and shouted, "Wolf, wolf! A wolf is attacking the town." The sheep herder grabbed his staff and ran to defend the town, but realized he had been fooled when the boy had started pointing and laughing at him. "Ha, ha, I made you jump," said the boy. When the boy ran up to a farmer and shouted, "Wolf, wolf! A wolf is attacking the town," the farmer grabbed his pitchfork and ran to defend the town, but when the boy started pointing and laughing at him, he realized he had been tricked. As the boy went back to his family's farm, laughing about the funny trick he played, he saw a real wolf in his father's chicken coop. As the wolf ate all of his father's chickens, the boy screamed over and over again, "Wolf, wolf, please help us. but nobody came to help them. So what can we learn from this story? What outside of this little world of the boy in the village could also be applied to our real world situation and give us a bigger meaning? Write down your answers. Okay. So some example answers might be, don't ask for help unless you really need it, or don't play tricks on people around you. Now, your answers for theme do not have to be word for word exactly like this. It could have been something very similar to it that had the same meaning. Let's do another one. Angie loved to draw. She made colorful designs of people's names with bright hearts and flowers, but she lost her markers, so she borrowed her teacher's. The school day was ending, but Angie wanted to keep coloring, so she took the teacher's markers home and lost them in her messy room. She came back to school the next day and wanted to color again, so she asked the teacher for more markers. The teacher replied, "Sure, Angie, but this is my last pack." Angie said she would be careful, but by the end of the day the markers were scattered all over the floor and the custodian swept them up and disposed of them. When Angie came to the next day, she asked the teacher for more markers, but she was disappointed to find that there weren't any more. "I don't know where all my markers went," said the teacher, "but I don't have them." Angie had to draw her pictures with drab pencils. Think of what we can learn from this story and write a sentence. So your theme could have been along the lines of, take care of shared resources, or some things will not replenish after they are exhausted. Let's do one more. Jenny hated reading class. She didn't understand point of view or figurative language, and not knowing how to do the work frustrated her. She asked the teacher for help, but she spoke so fast and used such big words that she couldn't understand. The teacher asked if she understood, and she nodded her head, but she didn't. Jenny's friend Katie knew that Jenny was having trouble, and rather than just giving Jenny all of the answers, Katie explained to Jenny how to solve the problems. Katie spoke clearly and at Jenny's level, and Jenny was happy that she finally learned how to do the work. Later in the week, Katie was having trouble in math class. She didn't understand coordinates and was really frustrated. Seeing that Katie was having problems, Jenny, who understood math very well, taught Katie coordinates. Both girls made honor roll that quarter. What can we learn from this? And write a sentence. So your themes could have been something along the lines of, cooperation is the key to success, or we can all do better when we work together.